Basketball is a game of biomechanics. Every single part is a symphony of player, ball and court. Without physiology, without our biomechanics, we wouldn't have a game at all. And the game is getting the ball into that net. The forces on a player in basketball are extreme. You have to be able to turn on a stamp and run like the wind. Agility, the body's ability to change direction, is essential to the game. In a crossover, you quickly change direction and leave your opponent going the opposite way. The lateral forces involved are enough to cause extreme hyperdorsiflexion in the defender's ankle joint, and sports scientists found that lateral ankle sprains are by far the most common orthopedic injury in the whole of the NBA. But not all shots are close to the basket though, and the jump shot is iconic, and it shows at every stage the precision of the human body. In a jump shot, I impart that force into the ground, and the force from my calves, quads, core, arms and hands all add up to give me a perfectly vertical jump and give that force to the ball. In a jump shot, that force could be up to 1,000 newtons. To get the precision I need, we need to look at the skeleton system that builds our arms. My arm acts as a lever with an axis, a force and a resistance. As force is applied by my triceps, the load rotates around the axis, giving the basketball motion, and the same is true of my wrist, providing the accuracy for the shot. All of these forces and biomechanical levers have to work together. Elbow and wrist should extend in a straight line to the basket, deviating by no more than 5 degrees, with the hand creating perfect symmetrical backspin. But there's nothing more famous in basketball than the slam dunk. Let's split the slam dunk down into its simplest phases: counter movement, propulsion, flight and landing. After a run-up, the counter movement phase is when the muscles recoil to give extra power in the jump-in phase, required to give up to 10% extra height. During this phase, the hip, knee and ankle all go into flexion. As your lower joints flex, the extensor muscles around them go into eccentric contraction. Basically, they hold your body in place whilst those same muscles prepare to propel you. This can generate up to 4,000 newtons of force. We need to make sure the flexing of the joints, the eccentric contraction of the muscles, and then the following concentric contraction of the muscles that give you that explosive upwards movement all happen in the shortest amount of time possible, so you can make up to 10% difference in the height of your jump. The flight phase of the slam dunk is the bit that looks epic. If you've done the counter movement and propulsion stages right, you should be heading straight for the basket. When you hit the apex of the jump, you have just 0.02 of a second to get the ball into the net and enter the landing phase. Basketball, more than any other sport, is a mix of agility, power, flexibility, speed and dynamic movement. Without the incredible abilities of the human body, it wouldn't be the sport it is today. It and you are amazing.